So I saw this video on Instagram, and it was none other than the Rizzler. As funny as it is, I was just seeing him draw the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, 2019 and also 2024.
Isn't that convenient?
The Rizzler was just drawing, and you know what, for a 7-year-old or 8-year-old, I don't know how old he is, I'm gonna say 7, he is a talented artist. He's doing good for himself. He's being creative, he's putting splots all over the paper, and it's kind of inspirational. And as I sit there, I go through dozens and dozens and dozens of Rizzler Instagram reels, and before I know it, a lot of time has passed.
And somewhere along the way, I had to make a video. I didn't even know what the video was going to be about. I don't even know what the video is going to be about right now, other than that the Rizzler saved my life. Why the Rizzler? What is it about the Rizzler specifically that is like provoking me to make a video? I am so tired right now. Am I just saying this to myself for some exciting clickbaity title, or is the Rizzler really going to save my life? I don't even know. I just know it's the title of this video. I set it in stone. Why did I do that? I could change it at any second. I have free will, or do I? I don't know how to put this into words other than that I'm a stressed person. Life is stressful. I know, everyone knows it. Everyone has a stressful life in one way or another. It almost seems like our existence was just designed to be stressful. Like, for example, my leg is slightly sliding right now because I'm wearing socks, and I'm slowly losing my posing right now, and it makes me want to bang my head against this door. And also, I can't really lean against my door or else it makes a noise, so I can't really move around too much. Right now, my optimal posing is just literally curling up into a ball and trying to make the most of this. That kind of stressful. It's been a stressful past year. I'm not gonna ventilate about it or anything, but just know, if you want to know how my 2024 went, it was really stressful. And from the looks of it, 2025 is going to be even more stressful, and then I'll have a heart attack by 23 if I'm lucky. So you might know who the Rizzler is. He's exploding all over the internet. He is on a restless streak where he is appearing in anything and everything. AJ and Big Justice, he's there. Random other TikTokers, he's there. Jimmy Fallon, he's also there, and somehow he's also in the wrestling match. Good lord. And he's doing a music video for Christmas toys. Let's just say the Rizzler is a busy guy. And I'm not. The Rizzler has a work ethic that I am striving to achieve, but it requires a lot of self-discipline. I had to force myself to get out of bed and make this video. And you know what the Rizzler's probably doing right now? He is probably flying across the country just to do a TikTok with some guy called Sammy Revis or whatever. And you know, I have more independence than a 7-year-old. I have the free will to go wherever I want to go, do whatever I want to do. I don't have that drive that the Rizzler has. Every time I see him in one of these reels, there is not a hint that he doesn't want to do what he's doing. Maybe if there's like a paid promotion, he's a little hesitant, but even then, I'm putting a filter on that. I'm putting my own filter of, oh, what if I had to do a paid promotion? Maybe he wants to do the paid promotion. I don't know. Maybe he's just excited to be doing what he is doing right now. I don't know, man. I really don't. By all means, with the status that the Rizzler has, the first thing everyone wants to do is put all of their mature filters over this child. Everyone immediately looks at him and they say, oh, look how overweight he is. Or is he too young to be on the internet? That's what I think. I think about that. I think about the moment when the internet spoils for him. I mean, like, the internet just turns into the clumps of milk it really is, and it's no longer like delicious fresh milk. Like, at this point, the internet is completely spoiled. I mean, it is just like this gloppy clump of gross, like, it's gross. The internet is disgusting, and then here's the Rizzler, this weird, pure thing on the internet, and then I look at his reels, and he's just happy. He's just happy to, like, be doing what he's doing. Like, some of the stuff he makes is clearly just him recording himself. Like, yeah, sometimes his dad is there to record stuff, and you get, like, the candid Rizzler reaction. The greatest videos from the Rizzler are when he's, like, literally being 7 years old and he's just doing dumb stuff. Oh, look at him just crawl all over this target ball because he's doing parkour. I remember when I used to, like, kind of do that. I remember when I was, like, obsessed with the target balls. Like, I still am, but really back then, I mean, I was just completely infatuated with the target ball when I went to Target. Now, I don't even go to Target, and when I do, I don't care about anything that's in there. I've lost all of my spark for anything that's interesting about Target. Yeah, I know. I'm sliding to the floor. I don't care. I don't don't care that I'm like gradually just sloping. It's not even a bit. I don't care anymore. What if I was in the Rizzler's position? What if I just recorded myself going to Target and just did stuff at Target? I'm so entertained when he does that. I'm so entertained when he just goes to Target and acts like a 7-year-old. That's so entertaining to me. What would I do if I went to Target? I wouldn't have fun in a Target. I just hold an electric toothbrush to the camera and I go, electric toothbrush, because I'm trying too hard to be witty, and then I leave the Target. And then I crash my car into the Target. People know the Rizzler is good. They see him and they know there is that inherent good within him. That's why he has the jokes about like being a mafia boss leader. You know, he's like Al Capone, he's like Tony Soprano, da. It's deeper than that though. I think about his contemporaries, AJ and Big Justice. Now, as far as I'm concerned, AJ and Big Justice are good people, and you know they got a healthy relationship with each other. Good father-son duo. But when you look at them, you know what program they're going for. You know what they're trying to do. Like when the Rizzler goes to Costco with them and he's choosing booms or dooms, like does he want the double chocolate cookie or does he want the chicken bake? And you see their expressions and they're obviously like hyping it up, like oh, he chose the cookie over the chicken bake. And the Rizzler's just chilling, like he's just choosing these things, you know, he's with the program, but he's just chilling at the same time. And my rampant neuroticism is looking at this and God, I just want to know what my issue is, because whatever issue I have, the Rizzler does not have that issue. You're telling me I'm struggling to get out of bed, and meanwhile the Rizzler is just absolutely killing it? You know, there's adults out there that have a chip on their shoulder. They are incredibly bitter that this child, the 7-year-old child, just did that one day, suddenly becomes a celebrity, right? It's like the American dream. This is the modern American dream. Just become a celebrity. Millions of dollars. I don't know how much money the Rizzler's gotten, but I hope it's in the millions. I want this kid to have generational wealth. I want the Rizzler to succeed because I see a part of myself in the Rizzler. A part of myself. I know that's still there, but it's just so hard to reach in and like find it. I know it's there. I know. I don't know if this is the word I'm looking for, but the Rizzler is vulnerable. And I mainly say that because I'm trying to find a vulnerable part of myself whenever I do stuff. Whenever I make something, I want there to be some sort of aspect of myself that I can just put into that video. A part of my soul goes into a video. When I look at the Rizzler, there's so much soul. When I look at like him just dressing up as Black Panther, that's just him. The magic of the Rizzler is that I can't describe him in just 3 words. Other than he's the Rizzler. The Rizzler is displaying endless possibilities right now. He is portraying a lot of talent right now, just a lot of natural ability as an entertainer. And I'm scared because of what I project onto the Rizzler. I'm scared of the day he overthinks it for the camera. I'm tired right now. I'm a little exhausted, but in a broader sense, I'm also tired. Here's the thing though, I was talking to a friend, Michael, and I brought up something being caused because of stress, and he asked why I was so stressed, and I just don't know the answer. In fact, I just told him about a recurring dream I had where I was like arguing with people, arguing with friends even. And it got to a point where I was screaming, like just as loud as I possibly could. I was screaming in a way that I don't even scream in real life. I'm not even going to try because I like my vocal cords. I have had that dream over and over and over and over it, where I'm just arguing with someone and I am having a scream off. Actually, I don't even know if they're screaming. I am. I just know a lot of things in my life come from a place of stress, and I don't know what the cure is. I don't know what the cure to stress is. I think about the Rizzler doing music, and you know what? He's doing a great job at it. He's killing it for a 7-year-old. From what I can tell, the Rizzler is doing great under pressure. He is handling the heat rather well. And then I think about doing music and I go, damn it, I'm stressed about doing music. I wish everyone could treat me like a 7-year-old when I'm doing music. That's not a joke. I don't even care if it sounds like I'm being pandered to, okay? I would rather be treated like a baby when making music than somebody being too mean to me, because I'm a sensitive little baby. Listen, man, I am not a chunk of coal. I do not turn into a diamond under pressure. In that way, I'm not like Michael Jackson. That's not an allegory for his skin color changing. Because yes, in case you were wondering, I've been kind of having an identity crisis. Like, I know who I am, but I'm also trying to find myself, but I don't know where that myself is. What's the identity that I'm looking for? Like, really, what am I looking for in myself? What's the identity that I'm looking for in the Rizzler? I can't get a read on the Rizzler. He's too hard of a shell to crack. And if you know me, sometimes I just like to go really deep into someone. No, what can I say about the Rizzler? He's mewing to the Riz of his own. Whenever I watch the Rizzler, I still have dread. I dread the day he becomes someone like me. Not me specifically, but yeah, you get it. He turns into an adult. People are scared. They know the curse of the childhood celebrity. They know these things that happen. We just don't want it to happen to the Rizzler. Anyone but the Rizzler. Maybe he'll have that substantial rap career, or, you know, maybe he'll become a veterinarian. Whatever he does, I just want him to have more peace than I do. I just want him to enjoy superheroes and race cars and lights in his room and just having a good old time. But I'm thinking about it right now. If I was asked to go on a plane to record 7 TikToks for just people I don't even know, just go to a random bodega in New York and do a TikTok there and do TikToks with 5 other TikTok people, would I really do that? It sounds ridiculous to say, but it's something I actually would want to do. You're telling me if I was paid to just do TikToks? Of course. That would be great. But I think about the path the Rizzler had to take to be the Rizzler. It was constantly doing this and doing that and, you know, rubbing the chin. And that's great for the Rizzler. It feels very natural for the Rizzler to do that. But I think about, like, if I had to do a gimmick like that, where, you know, my gimmick maybe would just pull my hair back and show how large my forehead is. All I'll say, man, some people do it for the attention, and they do get the attention, but at what cost? I don't know. You know what? I'll say it. I've tried the other avenues. I've tried the gimmicks. I've tried the bait. I literally got burnt out doing it. It's burnout. Stress ball. Look how stressed he is. Wow. But the Rizzler has taught me, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple. Sometimes people just watch you for who you are. I don't stay true to myself because it's like the right thing to do. I just don't know what else to do. Listen, everyone knows. Everyone already knows it's okay to be yourself, you know, unless you're like a psychopath, then, you know, try keeping up like that facade. Don't ever be yourself if you're a psychopath. Please keep up the facade. But if you have emotions and empathy, you know being yourself is the right thing to do. You just know. But it's not an example we all follow. In fact, hardly any of us follow it because, you know, society. Oh, my credit score. My credit score is healthy enough. I can't do jack shit with it though. Children are very easily influenced, so whatever the Rizzler's doing, there's at least a degree of mentorship that enables him to be the way he is. I'm making this video because of the Rizzler, but I'm still an influenced person, and I don't know how much the Rizzler's going to influence what I do in the future. Once I stop engaging with Rizzler content and just stop engaging with the Rizzler, that will go away for me. Does that mean I'll be less of myself in the future by engaging with people that don't encourage me to be myself as much? Like, Rizzler is maximum being yourself, and I just people around me, you know, they don't enable that as much. No offense to them, it's just the way life is. This is a temporary lapse in the way I should be thinking, but you know, in the time I have this freedom, and the time I have the ability to be maximally influenced by the Rizzler, I'm taking advantage of it. I'm taking as much of this advantage as I possibly can. Am I still trying to appease to the algorithm by titling this video, the Rizzler saved my life? Yeah, but how much of that is truly an exaggeration? I see the Rizzler doing paid promotion. He does a lot of paid promotion. Some of it more sneaky than others, but it's paid promotion nonetheless. I mean, we are in a time of like maximum consumerism and just engaging in bad culture as much as we possibly can. And yes, I respect the Rizzler's hustle. I can't get over like how busy this child is compared to me. He's so much busier than me. I'll just say he's a busier person than me. But there is a difference between having a hustle and just chasing the bag. You know, in a way, hustles are earned. It's something that you really just worked hard to get and you earned it. When I see the Rizzler doing these sponsorships, he earned it. He doesn't have to read some sort of paper to sell the product. He just has to eat a pickle and be himself and look like he's about to die, and he sells it. I would literally get those pickles over certain pickles because it's just the Rizzler. The Rizzler sold the product to me just because he's just having fun eating pickles, and I want to have fun eating pickles. There is an issue with being the most authentic form of yourself, and it's called you're not the Rizzler. I just know if I was the most like 100% version of myself out there all the time, I think I would just scare the women away. And there's this idea that if you're being 100% yourself, you know, you're unleashing this primal instinctual thing coming out of you that goes, I'm evil, blah, I'm actually evil this whole time, all these social filters are just to prevent my evil, they're all chains holding me back. That is a thing to consider, and there are people like that, and some of them are even in prison. But I want to tell you about a person, my grandma. Minus the racism. I'll put it like this. Whenever I hear my Gam Gam speak, I know 100% that is my Gam Gam. Whenever she makes food, I know 100% that is my Gam Gam's food. Whenever I lay on her couch, I know 100% that is my Gam Gam's couch. She is a symbol of hospitality and well-being to those that know her. You know, there are very nice things she says to me that are so personal to me specifically that I won't say it out loud, but I know when she says it to me, it is with 100% heart. She doesn't even have to say it with 100% heart, but she just does because that's just who she is. And yes, my grandma still talks to people and she still has to put up some sort of facade that stresses her out, don't get me wrong, but at least I know when I am around her, I am not a stressor to her, and I get to see a good person. And you know what, now that I think about it, the Rizzler lets me be myself. Just when I watch him, he relieves my stress when I watch him. I don't have to be anyone I don't want to be when I am around the Rizzler. But I eventually know there will be a day where I no longer watch the Rizzler, and in fact, this passion could go away because of that. But really, this past year, I have become more and more stressed to the point I feel like there's parts of me that I'm missing that used to be there just a year ago. And truthfully, I still don't know where to find those parts of me. But maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is to go and discover new aspects about myself that I didn't even know existed within me. Because that's how the Rizzler started. There was a part of him he didn't even know it existed, but the second he did his mewing, it came out. And he is riding the wave of this new identity that he is embracing. There is no conclusion to this video. You might even say, oh, you clickbait. Oh, the Rizzler didn't really save your life. I like to think of it in like a burnt toast effect, you know? Maybe because I'm making a video about the Rizzler and I'm delaying another video, good things will happen because of it, and maybe I'll miss that plane that flies into the Twin Towers. I think any great artist is defined by their ability to portray themselves for who they really are. The further away we stray to portray, the art becomes corrupted, and corrupted art becomes nothing more than a faded memory. Does that mean the Rizzler will live forever through people who shared his legend? There's only one way to find out. If we embody the spirit of the Rizzler, then our lives will be saved, and as we lie on our deathbed and still think of the Rizzler, in return, we will save his life. Is that Jesus?